My name is Danielle, and I chose to do the country Denmark. Obviously, my name starts with a D, and so I went with Denmark. Um, the picture on the background here is a picture in Denmark, and it just shows how colorful it is, and it's just a very bright and happy country. So, again, my name is Danielle, chose Denmark. This is the um, country flag, and a fun fact about it is if turned sideways, it is a white on the red cross flag, and it has been used by the kings of Denmark since the 14th century. This is a map of Denmark, and excuse me, it shows the capital of Denmark is Copenhagen. Copenhagen is known for being the city of fairy tales and breweries. It's also known as the happiest city in the world. I thought that was kind of interesting. Might have something to do with all the breweries. Not sure, but it kind of goes hand in hand. Licorice is also a huge favorite in Copenhagen. After doing some research, I found that everybody has licorice all the time, and they're all, like, I would say, highly addicted to sugar in a sense. They love their sugary sweets over there in Denmark. Another fun fact about Copenhagen is that Hans Christian Andersen, who wrote a lot of stories, including The Little Mermaid, is buried in Copenhagen as well. Denmark has one official language, and that is Danish. However, English is taught in school at a very young age. They start teaching English as well as Danish in elementary school. And I found it interesting that 96% of elementary students are fluent in both English and Danish. I thought that was a pretty neat fact. Yeah. So this is where their government is, and they use a parliamentary democracy there. And this is where citizens elect representatives to a legislative parliament to make the government. And right now, the prime minister is Mette Frederiksen, and he has been the prime minister of Denmark since June of 2019, and he will remain there until he is voted out. So this slide is going to show you the top religion in Denmark, and it just goes like through each one of them that there is. So Christians is the top one by a landslide, which I was really happy about. So that's over 4 million people in Denmark are Christians. And then you have atheists, Muslims, Buddhists, Hindus, pagans, folk religion, Jews, and then other miscellaneous religions, and then the Ahmadiyya with 1800. So some neat traditions and customs that I found were on New Year's Eve in Denmark. It is a tradition to stand on a chair right before the clock strikes midnight, and then you jump into the new year. I thought that was kind of neat. Sorry about that. I had to take a minute. But yeah, on New Year's Eve, that you jump right in to the new year. I thought that was kind of cool. Here at our house, we have a party, and all of our family gets together, and we usually just do it from 6 to 9, and then everybody goes home. We're all getting older, and so we usually can't stay up the whole time. So we play games. We play Guess Who, but we have changed the pictures to our pictures, and so we try to figure out who's who, and we'll play Clue, and we do like a murder mystery game. We always do random drawings at Christmas time, and everybody picks a name, and then on New Year's Eve, whoever's name you got to bring them a gift. It's usually a gag gift. It's something hilarious. And then we play a game and eat a bunch of junk food. And then everybody goes home at 9 and goes to sleep. I don't remember the last time we watched the ball drop. I think this year we might try to jump into the new year and try this. I think it'd be neat to start something different like that. Another one that they do, a custom that they do, is on December 24th. The Danes celebrate Christmas. They don't celebrate on the 25th. They know it's Christmas Eve, but they keep that as Jesus' birthday, and they celebrate Jesus on that day. They don't celebrate Christmas. They all go to church, and then they spend time with their loved ones afterwards, and then they go to church again. So I thought it was interesting that they have Christmas on the 24th. Their custom is very different with ours. With the meals, with ours personally, we have ham, mashed potatoes, gravy, noodles, corn, mac and cheese, green beans, like all the traditional foods like that. There, they serve a meal with roasted pork and duck, boiled potatoes, red cabbage, and gravy. I thought that was very interesting. I'm not sure I'd eat that. I might try it, but that would be different. Another tradition that they do is, if you are a Dane, which is like we're Hoosier in Indiana and they're Danes in Denmark. If you are single on your 25th birthday, then you are dragged into the street and you are covered in cinnamon by your friends and family. If you are still single when you are 30, then you are then again dragged into the street and covered, this time with black pepper. I'm not sure why they do this. I just thought this was a very interesting tradition that they do. I personally was married when I was 19, so I would have avoided all these traditions, and I would have been thankful for that. But I do feel bad if you're not married by your 25th birthday and you have to go and endure that. A custom that they do at weddings in Denmark, I thought this was kind of weird, but neat in a way, is you go, so when the groom is out of the room, or not paying attention, not in the same room as the bride, is what it said, then it is customary to try and kiss the bride. And so what they say is that everyone will rush up and get in line to try to kiss the bride until the groom comes back. So they try to kiss just one time. They said it can be a peck on the cheek, a peck on the forehead, or anything like that, but it's just something that they do. And it's a custom that everyone that attends your wedding will kiss you. If you're the bride, you will get a kiss from everyone at your wedding at some point in the evening, assuming your groom leaves your side at some point, I would think. So I found lots of other traditions and customs, but these were the 4 that I thought were very interesting. And yeah. Holidays in Denmark. So they do these things. I'll try to zoom in. They do these things called Easter letters. To me, they look like snowflakes. And so they write rhymes. They make these little cute little cards, and then they write rhymes on their letters and sign the letter in dots. If the recipient guesses correctly who sent it to them, then that recipient receives an egg from the sender. I thought that was kind of neat that they do that. I thought that was a kind of neat tradition that they do for their Easter holiday. And then during Fastelavn, I'm not sure if I say that right, but it's a holiday held on the last day before Lent. Danes fill a barrel with candy, and everyone hits it to try and crack it open. When it cracks open, everyone takes the candy, and this is considered to be the winter that has been banished from their land. So going into detail a little bit about this, they say they celebrate it kind of like we celebrate our Mardi Gras. I've never been to Mardi Gras, so I'm not exactly sure. But they say that as old tradition, folklores have it, wives' tales, that if you crack open this barrel, then you are considered the cat queen or cat king, whoever is the one that cracks it open and busts out the candy. Back in the day, they used to put a live black cat in there in the barrel, and then they actually used to beat the barrel until it cracked open, and then when the cat would run away, they would consider that being that their winter was banished and they would not have a harsh winter. If the cat died in the barrel, then they would have a horrible winter. And I thought that was very strange for a holiday that they would have, especially right before Lent. But hey, to each their own, I guess. Some unique foods that I found in Denmark. This one on top, up here, is called the smørbrød, and I know I'm not saying these right, so I apologize. And it is an open-faced sandwich that is actually found in a lot of cafes and like little shops downtown, like when you're walking Copenhagen and other little towns. It's found a lot, and so it's just an open-faced sandwich that you eat with a fork and knife. And I found tons of different ones that they do, and they're very extravagant. They're very big and large sandwiches for being something that's just a quick grab and go for lunch or whatever. It was pretty neat. And the bottom picture here is the flæskesteg, which is the roast pork that they serve at Christmas time. Looks kind of tasty. They both look kind of tasty. I'd like to try an open-faced sandwich at one point. It looks pretty good, if you ask me. So some do's and don'ts in Denmark. You do not jaywalk. They get very, very upset if you jaywalk in Denmark. They do not. So this one up here, you do not drink and ride a bike. They believe in riding bikes everywhere. They say that 75 to 85% of their population rides a bike and does not drive a car. But it is against the rules to not drink and ride a bicycle. So, also, you are not to interact with any Danes' dogs. So if you see anyone walking their dog, if you walk by and see dogs in someone's house, or yard, you are not to interact with them at all. That is a sign of disrespect. When you are there in Denmark, you do need to expect to pay higher taxes in Denmark. They say that's a very high country, high taxes in this country. I'm sorry. And do stay happy. They are almost always happy, and they're almost always in a good mood. It is, again, the happiest country in the world. And so they're always going to be happy. Two famous landmarks in Denmark that I found which I thought was really cool, is the Little Mermaid, which is located in Copenhagen. And that was actually a gift from a local brewer, Carl Jacobsen, in 1913. He's seen the Little Mermaid and as a ballet, and then had this made, and then gifted it to the country of Denmark. And they placed it in the water in Copenhagen, and it's huge there. The Amalienborg Palace, which is in Copenhagen, is massive, and this is where the Denmark's royal family lives. They still live there to this day. They constantly are rotating it out, and the guards, they do a royal guard change every day at 12. And they also do free tours, so you can go in and take a free tour anytime during the day. They got certain hours, but you can go in, and they have it open to the public, and they have a huge museum inside there as well. Okay, so those are the two landmarks. So on this slide, I talk about that in the USA, we have several of the same holidays as Denmark, such as Christmas, Easter, New Year's Eve. We celebrate birthdays. All of those are the same. They do have... I see a typo there. Sorry. I'll fix that. They have different holidays than we have here. They have the Midsummer Festival of St. Hans, and then they have the Day of the Danish Constitution. So St. Hans is considered Hans Christian Andersen, who's a famous author, and they celebrate him and all of his glory, and and do that. And then the Day of the Danish Constitution is the day that the Constitution went into effect in Denmark. And my last page here is my bibliography. I am not sure if I'm supposed to read all these to you, but I did find some very interesting facts in all 5 of these websites, and so that sums it up. I enjoyed doing my report on Denmark. I actually learned a lot, and I actually want to visit Denmark. That would be nice. I don't know if that's in my cards. I doubt it, but that would definitely be something I would like to do. I teach preschool, and we have been talking about different countries and everything lately, and I thought about actually bringing this to school and showing my class just a little bit about Denmark and showing them how colorful of a country it is, how happy they are, just some different things other than here in the USA. I think it'd be neat for them to learn something different and go from there. And Denmark is a country we haven't talked about yet, so I thought that might be something interesting. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you learned something about Denmark, and have a great night. Thanks.